Hey everyone, Matt from Soundrolling.com, and I'm here with the Sound Devices 664, and it's got a new update. So I've just updated the firmware with the 2.03, so I thought I'd just show you what the kind of differences are straight on the actual machine. There's also differences for the 633 as well, but I unfortunately don't have one to hand, so hopefully someone else will post another video about that. So we have a few changes, fixes, and also new stuff, I guess, as well as changes, new actual features. One of the new actual features is meters and mic as a shortcut to get to the jam sync menu. And then obviously we can just instantly jam away, which is really handy. Another thing to do with the time code is actually a new mode, and this is the free run jam once menu. And this is basically where if I would plug into the 664, it would take the timecode on, being the slave, and then if it was disconnected, it would then become a master of itself from the referenced timecode. So you get all the kind of added bonuses of having an ambient clock inside your sound devices to keep things going. It's really cool. Another thing is the, if I can get to it, now we also have, when we do tone, we have tone also going to the auxiliary 1. So that's always quite handy. And that's one of the most recent changes. Another thing is just generally on the word clock, which is under sync, you can now set the sensitivity to high or low. I personally never use a word clock, so I'm not quite sure of the advantages of that, to be honest. But feel free to comment below if you do know, and that'd be great. Okay. Another thing is just generally cleaning up all the scenes. So we generally get quite a lot of scenes if we're going on to the next one. I've actually cleared the list, but now this is a new option to actually be able to clear a list. And also if I add an entry, so I add one, and then let's say that I edit one, it used to be that when I edited one, it would then make a completely new scene and then add more and more onto your take lists. But now, as I've just demonstrated, the 1 instantly turns to the 2, 3, 5, 4. So thus saving you obviously having a massive list as well, which is always really handy. If you wanted to keep adding a new entry, then make sure you go with this if you then want to save and not actually edit a current thing. In terms of fixes, there's just various various system updates and improvements. User bits for the UU value can now be held over power cycles as well. So this is also in your timecode menu. User bits, U bits. So now these will be held over power cycles, which is very, very handy. Incorrect file date stamp fixed when recording to exFAT formatted cards. So if you do have an X formatted card, now there won't be so many file dates that are wrong, apparently. There's just general cleanup of scene and track name editing bugs. Timecode jam menu display incorrectly, showing differences in drop frames has been fixed. Fixed with the lockup when media is pulled during the copy process. Obviously you shouldn't be pulling any media while it's copying over, but now that's been fixed, so now feel free. USB port is now reset when the 664 detects an unresponsive keyboard, so it just goes back to not having any input. There's been fixed lockups when mounting a corrupt CF SD card. Can be very handy. And there's a few others that I'll just post in the link in this video as well. So I hope you found that useful, and look out for the 633.